All right, I thought I was over testing, but I'm not. So, this nice blue can of paint is the same paint that I need for the crane's red. And that paint is actually for Apex Helicopter that you saw written on there, which is the local helicopter company, which is a blue Jet Ranger. Which is a burgundy color, which is a Peterbilt red. Very specific, because every red can of paint that I've got is nowhere close to what I need. So I got this from my paint guy. He got me some stuff. He said, hey, before we spend $150 on a quart of paint, I've got some paint here. Let's test it. Let's go ahead and test it and see how it does over the rivets and the primer and see if there's any reaction and make sure it's going to work. So I am taking said test of the silver. I'm going to flip it over, and I might just shoot some primer over the top. I can't do that because then that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of paint on that damn thing. Not a good test. And make a couple more test strips. I'm going to put this primer down. I'm going to put those rivets down, and I'm going to shoot the stuff at the standard mix, which is 4 parts paint, 1 part hardener, and 1 part reducer, and see if I need to add more reducer. So that's where we're at today, at Friday. So I've got some work to do for this weekend. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right. This is a total bust. So, first problem is all the speckling. There's shit either reacting from my primer, or there's something in the hose line, or there's something. I used a brand new filter and used it on this one, and you know, I sprayed it and shot it, made sure it was nice and clean. Come over here and it was on there. Second problem is it is way too thick. I even thinned it down, and it's just like, bleh. So, yeah. This one was shot through the airbrush, which wasn't bad, but I had to spray forever. And it is the same problem. It's got speckling in it, where it's not supposed to have speckling. And yeah, like there's a really bad one right there. So I don't know what is the cause of that. And then this one was the airbrush, which I did first. This one was a HPLV gun, which I used second. And it is horrible. It is speckled. First problem. Second problem, way too thick. And then I tried thinning it even more, reducing it down with some more reducer, and got this one. And this one's just as bad as far as covering up the rivets and whatnot. I mean, these ones just all but disappeared. You barely see any of the detail. They're all super covered. So, fuck! I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, because that's the same paint I need for that. So this was the test, and the test failed. Now what the fuck am I going to do?